Nursing and Islam was a TV program first shown on Channel S in January 2011. The program challenges the negative perceptions in regards to the nursing profession that exists in the Bangladeshi community in Tower Hamlets. The program was initiated by the Barts and the London NHS Trust Community Works for Health team in a bid to encourage more people from the local community to consider careers in nursing and midwifery. Nursing and Islam, Introduction to Program and First Panel.
আজকে শুরু করছি আপনি কি জানেন অনুষ্ঠান। আজকের আলোচনার থিম হচ্ছে Do you want to be a nurse? Why there are underrepresentation in nursing professions from the Bangladeshi community? কেন বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটি থেকে আমাদের লোকজন নার্স হতে আগ্রহী হন না, এনএইচএসে কেন এত কম সংখ্যক বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটির নার্স কাজ করেন, সে ব্যাপারে আমরা আজকে আলোচনা করব। আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ খসরুজ্জামান, আমি কমিউনিটি কমিউনিকেশনস অ্যান্ড এঙ্গেজমেন্ট ম্যানেজার ফ্রম এনএইচএস টাওয়ার হ্যামলেটস। আমি আজকে এই অনুষ্ঠানটা চেয়ার করব। ইন দ্য সেম টাইম আইল প্রেজেন্ট দ্য প্রোগ্রাম। Let me introduce my colleagues and guests of this panel who came from different backgrounds. So let me start with the first guest on my far right, Ali Mohammed. You are the HR Director of Barts in London. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you. Okay, then in the near right, I have Andrew Atfield, Associate Director, who is also the head of the community employment team of NHS Tower Hamlets. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, welcome to the program. And on my far left, I have Sue Proctor, who is a professor as well as a nurse from City University. This is your background, am I right, Sue?
Absolutely,
okay.
yes.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And then we have one amongst very few Bengali male nurse, Habibur Rahman. Assalamu alaikum, Habib bhai. Welcome to the program. Habib bhai worked for University College University College London Hospital as a
neurologist charge nurse.
Charge nurse. Okay, welcome to the program. Let's start the first question of this program to Andrew Atfield. As you are the lead of this team, community employment team, which was set up by NHS Tower Hamlets, could you tell me, Andrew, why we are running this campaign?
Okay, so as you know, this is a long-standing problem for the NHS in London and elsewhere, is that we've really failed to crack the problem of recruiting nurses from the Bangladeshi community. So what we did is commission some work to look at the facts and figures around this, and we found out really what is a fairly sad figure is that over 3,500 nurses are employed within Tower Hamlets, and probably about less than 50 at the current state of play are from Bangladeshi backgrounds, which is less than 1% of the total. So really what we wanted to do is to address why we failed to recruit into nursing. We also looked at the pathways into nursing in terms of education pathways and so on, and we looked at that, and while there were some encouraging signs, there was still what would look to be a fair underrepresentation. Among things that people told us was that Bangladeshis weren't interested in being nurses, that there were perhaps religious barriers, there were cultural barriers. So we thought, rather than have this as a kind of like a subtext, an underground sort of rumbling, let's surface those issues, let's have a proper discussion and see if we can resolve some of those issues.
Okay.
Why we need local nurses in Tower Hamlets.
What is BLT's role in this campaign and why you are here today?
Well, firstly, thank you very much for inviting me and giving me the chance to actually talk about this. Our hospital thinks this is a very, very important issue. Whatever's gone on in the past, I think, as Andrew has said, it hasn't quite worked, and we are determined that we actually try to change this. There are 2 or 3 areas, I think, that we're very interested in. The first one is that we have a very large ethnic minority population, the majority of which is Bengali within the Tower Hamlets area. And our hospital management is committed to try and make sure that our staff are representative of the community they serve. Now, I don't want to do that just because it's a good thing to do. There are lots of clinical reasons why that's a good thing to do as well. It helps with patients feeling confident coming into the hospital. It helps with the patient experience. But it also gives staff a good, solid professional career within the health service. And I think, as somebody who's worked in the health service for 23 years, I think you find that there's a lot of misunderstanding of what the health service is about. And so I'm pleased to be here tonight to try and help put some of those myths to bed.
The benefits associated with recruiting nurses from the Bangladeshi community.
My next guest, Supaktur. Again, welcome to the program. I understood that you're a professor as well as you have a nursing background.
I do, yes.
Okay, that's good. That's very much relevant to the subject we're talking about. Could you tell me, Sue, what are the benefits of recruiting Bangladeshi nurses?
Oh, I think there's huge benefits to recruiting Bangladeshi nurses, particularly in places like Tower Hamlets and other areas where we've got big mixed communities. I think to have nurses on the wards who understand the culture and the background of the patients, who speak the same languages as the patients, actually ensures a much higher quality treatment for those patients when they come into the hospital, and ensures that the patients feel more comfortable and more reassured by the nursing staff that are looking after them. So I think from a patient care perspective, there are lots of benefits to recruiting Bangladeshi nurses.
A nursing career, a good experience for a Muslim?
Difficulties in your career or doing your professions as a nurse?
No, I haven't, but when I first started nursing, because I was probably the only person in my cohort, which I started in 2004.
All right.
Out of the 350 nurses, I was the only Bangladeshi or Muslim male nurse.
Okay, out of the
350.
Out of the 350 nurses in your class, I would say, cohort means your session, you were the only Bengali Muslim nurse.
Yes.
Okay.
Because of that, I was like a stranger in the course. I felt like left out, but then slowly, once you really get into the rhythm of it, then you got to know people, and then everywhere it was a bit easier. People were helping and supporting. Like, we don't have many Asian background nurses, so get someone and they'll help. And it does at the end. It helps so much. I worked at Whitechapel. I was helping the nursing and the doctors and other profession in terms of advocacy, ethically, culturally, and also sometimes when patient comes in and the other colleague, they don't know how to deal with it, they'll come and ask me, can I tell us how to approach the patient, how to deal with the patient.
Nursing and Islam, introduction to second panel.
Three more guests. Let me start introducing my guest from far right. I have Nahar Khalishader. You are a breast care nurse, if I'm right, from Barson, London.
I'm a sister in breast care.
I'm sorry, you're a sister in breast care. Yes. Okay, and work in Barson, London Trust. Yes. Okay. Then I have Annie Levington. You are a senior nurse at Barson, London.
Yes, pleased to be here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I don't think I need to introduce this this very important person of our community, but for the sake of introducing, let me welcome and say Assalamu alaikum to Sheikh Abdur Rahman Madani Sahib. Thank you for coming to us.
A career in nursing, a Muslim duty.
Ask this question in Bengali. And
it's fine.
And let me say exactly what I'll ask. Can a Muslim be a nurse? But before that, আপনি জানেন আমাদের কমিউনিটিতে অনেকেই মনে করেন যে আমরা যারা মুসলমান আছি ইসলাম ধর্ম হয়তো নার্সিং পেশাটা আমাদের জন্য এলাউ করে না, যেহেতু কয়েকটা কারণে। একটা হতে পারে যে কালচারাল কারণ, রোগীদের জেন্ডার কারণ হতে পারে, বিভিন্ন কারণ হতে পারে। আপনি সেই অভিমতের সাথে কি একমত পোষণ করেন যে মুসলিম হলে আপনি নার্স হতে পারবেন না?
না, আমি মোটেই একমত পোষণ করি। I don't agree with this. Even
being nurse from our community is a collective responsibility, and it's a collective obligation for the kifaya. There must be a group of people, male or female, must be nurse from our community. If nobody from our community not going for this this profession, then every single one of us, or the whole community, will be sinful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So
আমি যেটা বলতে চাই যে নার্স হিসাবে আমাদের ভাই বোনরা যেতেই হবে, কারণ এটা একটা ফরজে কিফায়ার মতো দায়িত্ব। যে আমাদের কমিউনিটিতে যদি নার্স না থাকে তাহলে আমাদের রোগীদেরকে কে সেবা দিবে? এই জন্য এটা কমিউনিটি হিসাবে আমাদের উপরে দায়িত্ব। আমাদের মধ্যে থেকে কিছু ভাই বোনরা তারা অবশ্যই নার্স প্রফেশনে যাবেন, দে মাস্ট গো, আদারওয়াইজ দ্য হোল কমিউনিটি উইল বি রেসপন্সিবল।